How to get your life back immediately. Finding happiness through prayer, a simple call to God. Life has a way of throwing curveballs that leave us feeling restless or even lost. Maybe it's a teenager who's decided they know better than you, a spouse who seems miles away despite sitting across the dinner table, or a job that drains every ounce of your energy. These moments pile up, and before you know it, you're carrying a quiet ache, an unhappiness that's hard to shake. It's not just the big fights or the obvious stresses. Sometimes it's the small nagging thoughts that whisper you're not enough, that you're failing at keeping it all together. That weight can feel suffocating, like you're stuck in a fog with no way out. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay there. There's a lifeline waiting, one that's been there all along. Jesus Christ. He's not some distant figure watching from the sidelines. He's right beside you, ready to lift that burden if you let him. And it doesn't take hours of effort or some grand gesture. Just 3 minutes of prayer, a simple, honest chat with God, can shift everything. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room. Suddenly there's fresh air, a lightness you didn't expect. Imagine sitting on your couch, closing your eyes and just saying, "Hey God, I'm struggling today." That's it. No fancy words needed. Think about a time you felt truly alone. Maybe after a tough day when the kids ignored your advice, or when work left you too tired to even smile at your partner. Now picture handing that over in prayer. You're not fixing it all in one go, but you're letting go of the need to carry it solo. Jesus steps in with a quiet strength, a reminder that you're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. And in those 3 minutes, you might feel a spark reignite, a little burst of energy that says, "I can face this." It's not magic, it's connection. It's hope whispering back to you. This isn't about pretending life's perfect. It's about finding a steady anchor when the waves hit. You don't need to be a saint or have all the answers, just a willingness to pause and reach out. Maybe you're skeptical, thinking, can 3 minutes really change anything? But try it. Next time you're fuming over a work email or hurt by a family argument, step away, breathe, and pray. You might be surprised how that tiny act steadies your heart. It's like a reset button you didn't know you had, pulling you back from the edge of despair to a place where you can see clearly again. Happiness isn't about erasing problems, it's about finding peace in the middle of them. And prayer is the bridge that gets you there. The power of prayer. Prayer gets a bad rap sometimes. People think it's just a chore, something you're supposed to do because it's religious, like checking a box on a to-do list. But it's so much more than that. It's a lifeline, a heart-to-heart with God that can change how you feel about everything. It's not about reciting perfect lines or sounding holy. It's about being real. You're sitting there, maybe with a cup of coffee gone cold, and you just unload your worries, your dreams, that thing your kid said that stung more than you'd admit. And in that moment, you're not alone anymore. Take a rough patch with your spouse, for example. Maybe you've been bickering over little things, dishes in the sink, who forgot to pay the electric bill, and it's built this wall between you. You're hurt, they're distant, and neither of you knows how to fix it. So, you take 3 minutes. You close your eyes and say, "God, I'm lost here. I love them, but I don't know how to reach them. Help me." It's raw, it's honest, and it's yours. Then something shifts. Not a lightning bolt, but a softening. You walk back to your spouse, and instead of snapping, you ask, "Hey, can we talk?" That's prayer at work. It doesn't solve everything instantly, but it opens a door. Why does it matter? Because life's messy, and we're not built to carry it all ourselves. Prayer's like handing over a heavy backpack you've been lugging around. Suddenly, your shoulders relax. Scientists even back this up. Studies show prayer can lower stress, calm your mind, make you feel grounded. But it's more than science. It's personal. Think about the last time you vented to a friend and felt lighter after. Prayers like that, but deeper. Because God's not just listening, He's holding space for you. He gets it, every bit of it, even the stuff you're too ashamed to say out loud. And it's not a one-way street. You're not just dumping your problems, you're inviting peace in. Maybe you're scared about money, bills piling up, no end in sight. You pray, God, I'm terrified, show me a way through. Then, sitting there, you feel a quiet nudge, maybe to call a friend for advice or just to trust tomorrow will work out. That's the power. It's active, alive, a conversation that changes you. It's not about getting everything you want, it's about finding strength you didn't know you had. So next time you're spiraling, try it. 3 minutes. Pour it out. You might just find the weight lifts, and in its place, there's a calm you can't explain. Daily struggles and the need for support. Let's be real. Life's tough. Some days it's a grind from the minute your alarm blares. Your boss piles on more work, your kid forgets their homework again, and by dinner, you're snapping at everyone because you're just done. It's not one big disaster. It's the slow drip of little frustrations that wears you down. You start wondering, am I doing this wrong? Why can't I keep it together? That's when the loneliness creeps in, like you're the only one struggling while everyone else has it figured out. Spoiler, they don't. We're all in this mess together. But here's the thing. You don't have to tough it out alone. Jesus isn't sitting up there judging your bad days. He's in the thick of it with you. He knows what it's like to feel overwhelmed, to carry more than seems fair, and He's saying, hey, lean on me. That's where prayer comes in. It's not about pretending you're fine. It's about admitting you're not and letting Him step in. Picture this. You're exhausted after a long shift, kids screaming in the background, and you just sit for 3 minutes. God, I'm drowning today. Give me something. Patience, energy, anything. It's not a cure-all, but it's a lifeline. Think about a time you hit your limit. Maybe your teenager rolled their eyes one too many times, or a coworker took credit for your idea. You felt small, invisible. Now imagine stepping back and praying about it. Jesus, I'm hurt. Help me let this go. Suddenly, you're not just stewing, you're releasing. It's like unclenching a fist you didn't realize you were holding. And that's the support we need. Not someone to fix it all, but someone to remind us we're stronger than we feel. God's not promising a perfect life. He's promising to walk through the hard stuff with you. This isn't just fluffy talk. Life's daily grind can break you if you let it. Stress turns into burnout, disappointment festers into bitterness. But prayer flips the script. It's a pause that says, I'm not alone in this. Maybe you're a single parent juggling too much, or a spouse feeling unseen. Take those 3 minutes. Reflect with God. Ask, what's one step I can take today? You might not get a booming answer, but you'll feel a nudge, a quiet resilience that keeps you going. It's support that doesn't fade when the day ends, and it's there whenever you need it. No questions asked. Creating a sacred space for prayer life moves fast. Too fast, sometimes. Between the ping of work emails, kids needing help with homework, and that endless list of chores, finding a moment to breathe feels impossible. That's why carving out a little corner for prayer can be a game changer. It's not about having a fancy setup or turning your home into a cathedral. It's about creating a spot that says, this is where I meet God. A sacred space is like a personal retreat, a place where the noise fades and you can just be raw, real, and open. Picture this, a cozy nook by a window with a soft blanket draped over a chair. You add a small candle, not for show, but because the flicker calms you. Maybe there's a framed quote on the wall, something simple like, be still and know. It's not cluttered or perfect, it's yours. You could even tuck a journal there, a little spot to scribble what's on your heart after you pray. This isn't about rules, it's about comfort. If your happy place is the back porch with birds chirping, make that your spot. The point is, when you step into it, your mind shifts. The chaos of the day doesn't get to follow you here. Why does it matter? Because we're wired for connection, and a dedicated space makes prayer feel intentional, not rushed. Think about how you feel walking into your favorite coffee shop. The smell, the vibe, the way it lifts your mood. A prayer corner does that for your soul. Say you've had a rough morning. Your toddler spilled juice everywhere and you're late for a meeting. You stumble into that space, light the candle, and sit. God, I'm a mess today. Help me. 3 minutes later, you're not fixed, but you're steadier. That spot becomes your anchor, a physical reminder that peace is within reach. You don't need much to start. Grab a cushion from the couch, a lamp from the garage sale pile, maybe a photo of someone you love to pray for. Keep it simple but personal. One friend I know stuck a tiny cross on her desk next to her laptop, her sacred space between Zoom calls. Another uses her car, parked in the driveway, because it's the only quiet she gets. Wherever it is, make it a habit to go there. Over time, just sitting in that space signals your heart to slow down, to turn toward God. It's less about the stuff and more about the feeling, like coming home after a long day. And in that home, you're never alone. Making prayer a habit. Habits shape us, good or bad. You probably don't think twice about brushing your teeth or scrolling your phone before bed. It's just what you do. Prayer can be like that too. A natural part of your day that lifts you up instead of dragging you down. But let's be honest, starting something new feels awkward at first. You might sit there, unsure what to say, or forget half the time because life's a whirlwind. That's okay. The beauty of prayer is it meets you where you are. No pressure, no perfection required. It's about showing up, even for just 3 minutes. Step 1. Pick a time. Mornings work for some, coffee in hand before the kids wake up saying, God, guide me today. Others like bedtime, winding down with, thanks for getting me through. Maybe lunch is your sweet spot, a quick reset midday. Find what clicks for you. Consistency's the key, not because God's keeping score, but because it roots you. Say you choose 7 p.m. every night, the clock hits 7, and you pause. At first, you might need a reminder on your phone. Soon, it's second nature, like grabbing your keys before you leave. Start small if you're nervous. 3 minutes sound like a lot? Try 1. Sit, breathe, say, hey God, I'm here. That's enough. Next day, add a bit more. Maybe a thanks for something good or a help for something hard. It grows naturally, like watering a plant. Prompts can help too. Keep a list. 3 things you're grateful for. Coffee, a friend's text, a sunny day. 2 things you need strength for. Patience with your boss, courage for a tough talk. Or just recap your day. God, that meeting was rough, but I laughed with my kid tonight. It's your voice, your story, no script needed. The real trick? Be honest. Prayer's not a performance. If you're mad, say it. God, I'm so frustrated with my sister right now. If you're scared, let it out. I don't know how I'll pay this bill. He can handle it. Then, after you pray, linger a second. Don't rush off. Sit in the quiet, feel the shift. It's like the calm after a good cry. You're lighter somehow. Over weeks, you'll notice it's not just a habit, it's a lifeline. You'll catch yourself praying without thinking, like when traffic's bad or your heart's heavy. That's when you know it's part of you. A steady rhythm carrying you through. Finding peace in difficult times. Tough times hit us all. Maybe it's a health scare that keeps you up at night, a job loss that shakes your confidence, or a family fight that leaves you raw. Those moments don't announce themselves. They just crash in, leaving you scrambling to hold it together. It's easy to spiral, to think, I can't do this. The world feels heavy, and peace seems like a fairy tale, something other people get to have. But here's the truth. Peace isn't the absence of problems. It's a quiet strength you can find even when everything's falling apart. Prayer's how you get there. Imagine you're facing a family mess. Say, your parents don't get your choices, and every call ends in tension. You're hurt, they're stubborn, and it's eating at you. So you pray, God, this hurts. Show me how to handle it. You're not asking for a miracle fix, just a way through. Then sitting there, you feel a nudge. Maybe call them tomorrow with a softer tone, or just let it rest for now. That's peace sneaking in, not solving it all, but giving you footing. It's like a lantern in the dark, not blinding light, but enough to take the next step. Why does prayer work? Because it shifts your focus. You're not ignoring the pain, you're handing it over. Think about a stormy day, rain pounding, wind howling. Prayer's like stepping under an awning. The storm's still there, but you're sheltered. You might still cry or fume, and that's fine. God's not scared off by your mess. He's there, steady, saying, I've got you. And when you pair it with reaching out, a friend to vent to, a hug from your kid, it's lighter. You're not carrying it solo anymore. It's not instant. Some days you'll pray and still feel shaky. That's normal, but keep at it. Over time, you'll see the change. Less panic, more calm. A bill comes you can't pay? Pray, then brainstorm. A diagnosis rocks you? Pray, then call someone. It's a rhythm. Talk to God, lean on others, keep going. Peace grows in the cracks, small moments where you realize you're not crushed. It's not loud or flashy. It's a whisper that says you'll make it. And bit by bit you do. The ripple effect of prayer. Prayer's personal. It starts with you, in your heart, in those quiet 3 minutes. But it doesn't stop there. It's like tossing a pebble into a pond. The ripples spread, touching everything around you. When you find peace through prayer, it changes how you show up for your family, your friends, even strangers. You're not just surviving the day, you're carrying a little light, and people notice. It's not preachy or forced. It's natural, a glow that comes from knowing you're not alone. Picture a tough week. You're stressed, short-tempered, barking at your kids over spilled cereal. Then you start praying, 3 minutes before breakfast. God, I'm on edge. Help me be patient. You walk back to the table calmer, and instead of yelling, you laugh it off. Cereal's on the floor again, huh? Your kids relax, your spouse unclenches, and the morning shifts. That's the ripple. You're not perfect, but you're softer, and it spreads. They feel it. The house feels it. One small prayer and the whole vibe changes. It's bigger than that too. Say you're steadier at work because you prayed through a deadline. Your coworker, frazzled, sees you calm and asks, "How are you not freaking out?" You shrug, "I just take a minute to breathe and pray." Maybe they try it, maybe they don't, but you've planted a seed. Or at home, your teenager catches you praying in your corner. They don't say much, but one day they ask, "Does that really help?" You nod, and later you see them pause, head bowed. It's quiet, subtle, but it's moving. Your prayer becomes their invitation. This isn't about forcing faith on anyone, it's about living it out. When you're grounded, you listen better. You're less snappy, more present. Your friend calls upset, you pray for them silently, then offer a real ear. They feel heard, loved. That's the ripple. Your connection with God spilling over into connection with others. Imagine a family where everyone prays a little. No lectures, just moments of quiet. The air's lighter, arguments fizzle faster, love sticks around longer. It's not utopia, it's real, messy, beautiful life, touched by something bigger. Conclusion: embracing the journey. Life's a wild ride, highs that lift you up, lows that knock you flat. Unhappiness sneaks in easy, through a harsh word, a sleepless night, a dream that didn't pan out. It's tempting to think that's just how it is, that joy's for someone else. But it's not. Joy's closer than you think, waiting in a simple act, 3 minutes of prayer. It's not a quick fix or a magic wand. It's a journey, a choice to turn toward God and say, "I'm here, help me find my way." And step by step you do. Think about where you are right now. Maybe you're tired, stretched thin by a job or a fight you can't shake. Pause. Take those 3 minutes today. God, I need peace. Show me something good. You might not feel fireworks, but you'll feel a stir, a hint of hope. That's the start. It's not about erasing the hard stuff. It's about facing it with a strength that's not just yours. You'll stumble, forget to pray, lose your cool. That's okay. This journey's not about perfection. It's about showing up again and again. What could change? Your heart, for one, less heavy, more open. Your relationships, too, kinder words, deeper bonds. A friend of mine started praying when her marriage hit a wall. She didn't fix it overnight, but she found grace to keep trying. Now they're stronger. Not perfect, but real. That's the gift. Prayer doesn't just hold you, it moves you forward. It's a wellspring, bubbling up with energy you didn't know you had, washing over the cracks in your life with quiet joy. So try it today. 3 minutes, no rush, just you and God. Say what's true, sit in the stillness, and let it sink in. You're not alone on this road. Happiness isn't out there somewhere. It's here, in the small, faithful act of reaching out. Embrace it, messy and all, and watch what grows. After watching, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give peace to you and your family.